The Epitalon protocol Big Pharma buried for 30 years. Russian scientists discovered a peptide in the 1990s that extended lifespan by up to 40% in animal studies, and then it disappeared from Western research for 3 decades. Here's why. Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today, we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about aging itself. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. ACT1, the setup every single day, your cells are dying. Not metaphorically, literally. Your telomeres, the protective caps at the end of your chromosomes, are shortening with every cell division. When they get too short, your cells stop dividing. Your tissues stop regenerating. You age. You break down. You die. This is the central clock of human aging. And mainstream medicine tells you there is nothing you can do about it. Take your vitamins. Exercise. Accept your fate. But what if there was a peptide that could actually lengthen those telomeres? What if Russian scientists figured this out 30 years ago and published the data? What if the reason you have never heard of it is because there is no money in a cure, only in treatments? The peptide is called Epitalon, and the story of how it was buried is one of the most frustrating chapters in modern longevity research. ACT2, the science in the 1980s, a Russian scientist named Vladimir Kovinson began studying peptide bioregulators at the St. Petersburg Institute of Bioregulation and Gerontology. His team isolated a 4-amino acid peptide sequence from the pineal gland called epithalamion, later synthesized as Epitalon. The research that followed was remarkable. Studies published in peer-reviewed journals showed that Epitalon activated telomerase, the enzyme responsible for rebuilding telomere length. Animal studies demonstrated significant lifespan extension. Human trials showed improvements in melatonin production, immune function, and cellular health markers. One study on elderly patients showed a 28% reduction in mortality rate over 6 years compared to control groups. Another demonstrated measurable telomere lengthening in cell cultures. The data was real, it was published, it was peer-reviewed, and then Western pharmaceutical research moved on to patentable drugs instead. ACT3, how it works, think of your chromosomes like shoelaces. The telomeres are the plastic caps on the ends that keep everything from fraying. Every time your cell divides, a little bit of that cap gets worn down. When the cap is gone, the shoelace falls apart. Epitalon works by activating an enzyme called telomerase. This enzyme adds genetic material back to the telomere caps. It is like having a machine that repairs the plastic tips on your shoelaces so they never wear out. Your body naturally produces telomerase, but production drops dramatically as you age. Epitalon signals your cells to ramp that production back up. The result is cells that can divide longer and healthier. Tissues that regenerate better. A biological clock that ticks slower. The peptide also stimulates melatonin production in the pineal gland, which improves sleep quality and circadian rhythm, both critical factors in longevity and cellular repair. ACT4, the protocol, the standard Epitalon protocol based on the Russian research, is straightforward. 10 milligrams administered subcutaneously daily for 10 to 20 days. This cycle is typically repeated 2 to 3 times per year. Some practitioners prefer splitting the dose, 5 milligrams in the morning and 5 milligrams in the evening, to maintain more stable blood levels. Injection sites rotate between the abdomen and thigh. The peptide should be reconstituted with bacteriostatic water and stored refrigerated. Pair this with foundational longevity habits: 8 hours of quality sleep, regular resistance training, adequate protein intake, stress management. Epitalon works with your biology, not instead of it. ACT5, week-by-week results. Week 1, most users report improved sleep quality, deeper rest, easier time falling asleep. This is the melatonin pathway activating. By week 2, energy levels often improve. Mental clarity sharpens. Recovery from workouts feels faster. Week 4 is when the deeper cellular effects begin. Users report better skin quality, improved immune response, a general sense of vitality that is hard to describe but unmistakable. By week 8, continuing maintenance, the compounding effects become apparent. This is not a miracle drug. It is a biological tool that supports your cells doing what they are designed to do. Resolution: you now understand something that most people never will. There is a peptide backed by decades of research that targets the fundamental mechanism of aging, and it has been available this entire time. The science is real, the protocols exist. The choice is yours. The science is out there and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the Real Bio Protocol. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs it and tune in again for the next upload. See you then. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.